I'm Dory from PSFK, and I'm here with Dan Pressman, the product manager of 123D Sculpt. It's a new app that takes 3D design that used to just be for professionals and brings it to a larger audience. Dan's going to give us a demo. Take it away.
When you first launch the app, you come into a form library that lets you choose a starting shape. Out of the box, you've got a whole bunch of different creatures to choose from, basic geometric objects. If you want to start a sculpture from scratch, you can do that, as well as other sort of more traditional objects like shoes and shirts. Start off and grab the human head. You know, this is a 3D environment, so touching anywhere in negative space, you can tumble the camera around your model. If you touch with 2 fingers, you can pan, zoom, and tilt the camera, so you can really frame up, you know, exactly the kind of area you want to work on or take a snapshot of. At the bottom, you can control your brush size and the opacity. You have plane of symmetry on the model, and if you paint on one side, you can see that your paint is applied evenly on the other side as well. You can also use the image rub tool to apply textures to your model. So if we go in and grab a face from the library, you'll notice that we've got all kinds of different features: fur, feathers, hair, eyes, facial, plants, as well as mechanical and other things. Basically, those load in as a transparent overlay, so you can position your model over top of them and just line it up exactly like you want it, and then just rub it on, very similar to a stencil. You can see you can very quickly, you know, get all the detail from your photo directly onto the 3D object. And you can do that from your camera, so you can come in and say, I want to import from my photo library or from the iPad 2 camera. That is fully 3D at that point, so you can zoom out, you can tumble around, and you can start to layer these textures together. So we could go in and grab some hair and maybe start sculpting on top of this. If the effect seems too intense, you can use the smooth brush to kind of fade it back into the model. And there's also a pinch brush that lets you kind of create hard edges. So if you wanted to come in and create a sharp point on that cheek. The flatten brush lets you create plateaus, which is really nice for creating muscle definition. And then the grab brush is a lot of fun. It sort of turns the surface into rubber effectively, and you can just sort of grab it and pull it. And continue to add detail by bringing in other objects. We can bring in a tattoo. You can also tint these tattoos or any of the images. We've got a color corrector for these images, so if you wanted to make that black, you can very easily do that. Just rub that onto the neck. And then when you have something that you like, you can load that in and then go into the camera room. And this gives you an iOS-style camera interface where you can take a snapshot, and that'll save that out to the gallery. You can also turn off the background and generate a transparent PNG out of this that you can then export into Sketchbook on your iPad or into Photoshop or any other image editing application that'll take transparent images. If you flip the camera video switch here, it'll go into a turntable mode, and this will actually let you render out a 720p HD QuickTime movie. To change the speed of the rotations, you can dial it way down or turn it right up. So if we go check out the gallery now, you can see there's the movie that we just created. And from here, we can export it to our photo library. So if we want to have access to it and import it into iMovie, we can also export it so that it will be visible within iTunes file sharing, export to YouTube, or email it directly from within the app. Look at the still images that we've taken. So here's the transparent PNG. It shows up on black just to show you that it is transparent. And stills we can export into the photo library as well. We could also expose that to iTunes, send it to Flickr, Facebook, put it in your Dropbox folder, email. It's a lot of power at your fingertips on your mobile device.